Okay, I did not expect this. 16 weeks losing streak on Mounjaro, and boom, the scales just keep dropping and dropping. But let me be clear, it isn't all about losing weight. It's all about the benefits that come with the weight loss itself. I mean, I never thought I would lose 2.5 stone now in 16 weeks, which is like 4 months. I've officially moved to the 5 mg dose, so I'm going to explain in this video how it's been for me this week, but I'm also going to share 5 top golden tips for you viewers out there to keep you motivated, keep you on the straight and narrow, and hopefully it helps you. So let's find out how this week's gone. And there's also something special coming up. Last week I did a collab with 3 other amazing YouTubers, Joe, Dale and Jussie, and I'll explain later on in the video what we did and what we spoke about. So that video is also up online. So stick around. As I said, I'll go through the 5 golden tips, very short tips. So stick in for that. And I'll obviously do a weigh-in this week to see if I can make it a 17-week streak loss. Can I or can't I? Without further ado, roll the titles. Hi, I'm Ali, I'm 51, I'm from Glasgow. This is my final stab at losing the weight for good. No more yo-yo dieting for me. If you're new here, then a really warm welcome to the channel. If you're a returning viewer, then thanks for tuning in yet again and supporting me through the last 4 months on this Mounjaro journey, basically. It's been a bit of a whirlwind, a bit of a roller coaster with the side effects, but it's all good in the end so far. So let's talk about moving from the 2.5 to 5 milligrams first. So I knew this was coming, so I was taking my 2.5 injection at 1 or 2 days early. And the reason I was doing that is I was going to get up to 4 milligrams before I moved to the 5. So it wasn't too much of a jump and my body didn't go, what the hell is happening? So I use the Shotzi app, which is great. It's a free app. It shows you how much drugs in your system. That part is a paid part of it, but a lot of it's free. You can do where the injection was, what side effects you've had, how many jags you've done. I just like to know how much of the drugs in my system, so I just paid for it per year. You don't have to do that, but you can log your side effects and everything. So it's really good for that. Let's quickly talk about cost. And the price was £117 for 2.5, moving up to 5 has been £135, and I moved to Medicine Marketplace because they do 5, 7.5 and 10, all the same price. So I know if I do have to move up in the future, there's no expenses coming round the corner. I know what to expect. It's going to be the same price. And they're really good. They ship it out the next day once you do your resub, because that's my second pen through now. And let's face it, some pharmacies hook you in with the first month with a discount code, and then it's another £100 on top for the second month. So just make sure you're doing all your research and go with a good supplier that's going to also stick with you to the end game. So when you get to a maintenance dose, you're definitely going to have a supplier that supports you. Mine does down to 19.5 BMI. I won't be going down that low. I think I'm just above 24 at the moment, but at least you know that the support's there and they'll support you as long as you need it. Okay, so 5 milligrams. The hunger suppression is quite strong, I would say. I'm still not wanting to eat that much. I'm trying to drink as much as I can. But let's talk about the not so fun stuff first. So talking about the side effects, let's just go straight in with that. So this week I had the dreaded sulfur burps, but the Pepto-Bismol did fix that out straight away. I had a bit of constipation. I've still got the cold hands. I've still got the dry mouth, which I've got right now, which I need some water actually. But I have been getting a bit of a dizziness when I'm lying down in bed or I've been reclining in a chair and I stand up too quickly. I get a rush of blood away from my head. I feel like I'm going to faint. I don't know whether it's low blood sugar or I'm not eating enough. I might have to up my calories. I'm going to maybe give that a go. And if I'm still having problems, I'm going to see the doctor about it. Because when I went out running on Saturday, I forgot my water. I left it in the car. I hadn't taken a glucose tablet. I usually do. That was a rookie error. And when I finished the run, I felt really dizzy and it wasn't nice. Just thought I was going to pass out. So I'm going to keep an eye on that. Apart from the dizziness and the usual, the usual side effects that I get most months, let's face it, it's been okay. I haven't been well this week on top, nothing to do with Mounjaro. I basically had like a flu bug. I woke up on Tuesday, every muscle in my body was really sore. I went into work stupidly after I took a COVID test because I wasn't that. I had a cough, I had no energy, I could literally hardly move. And I came home 3:30 that day, went straight to my bed at 4 and basically slept all the way through to the next day. And I felt a bit better the next day. I thought I'll just stay at home and work from home on Wednesday, so that was fine. And then on Thursday I was back to normal. And I went out and did a jog lead last night with the club and it all went well. So I think I'm back to normal. So it's been a bit of an up and down week. Work's been really busy. I've had a lot on my mind. But yeah, just with that whole muscle soreness, I didn't want to do any exercise. So I'm wondering how that's going to affect my weight this week. I've hardly been on the bike, which is not like me. I'm usually on the peloton in the corner there, over there. So let's see how it's affected my weight later on in the video when I do the weigh-in. Let's hope it's some positive news. Who knows? We'll find out shortly. Okay, so how do you get a consistent loss is probably what you're asking right now, because having 16 weeks in a row is pretty spectacular for me. I didn't expect it. I'm going to give you 5 golden mini tips on how you're going to stay focused. And here we go. They're quite quick tips. So the first one's going to be track without obsessing about it. So simply track your foods, either in the MyNet Diary app or another app or a journal or a diary, even an Excel spreadsheet. Don't get bogged down with perfection. Just make sure you're logging your meals so you know your calories consumed. And if you don't know how many calories you should be on, just go on to the TDEE website, which I'll put up above. Put in your height, your weight, and how active you are, and it'll tell you how many calories you should be burning. And then it's 500 calories less than that. Okay, so the second thing is drink tons of water. Water is your friend. Drink as much as you can. Sometimes you'll think you're hungry, but you're actually thirsty. So just make sure you're drinking. I mean, you might be up to the toilet 2 or 3 times a night like me. You're pissing like a racehorse, but it's worth it in the end, believe me. As long as you don't have a wee accident. Number 3 is going to be, which might split the audience a wee bit, but I just say weigh in once a week. Because if I weigh in once a day, I find it plays with my head, because sometimes it'll be up, sometimes it'll be down, and it just makes me stay focused if I do it once a week. So you do you, but I think staying on once a week, same time, same day every week is definitely golden. The fourth thing I want to mention is slow down when you're eating. This is something I used to do. I used to eat so fast and you're going to trap wind in your stomach. If you slow down, you're going to feel fuller, quicker. Your portion sizes are going to come down. You're probably going to eat half a portion that you used to do. I mean, you don't always have to eat all the food on the plate. It's not like when your mum said, You're not getting away from that table until you've eaten all your food. You don't have to do that anymore. You're an adult. The fifth thing is going to be keep safe snacks in the cupboard. So when I say that, I mean things like protein-rich cottage cheese and maybe Ryvita. Keep healthy things like fruit in the fridge. And the reason I'm saying this is because if you buy something like chocolate or crisps, it's within arm's reach. You may have a day where the food noise comes back and you're just going to binge. So don't do that. Don't go out and buy a load of crap and keep it in your fridge or your cupboard because it's just far too tempting, or it is for me. So that's the 5 golden nuggets that I've followed during my 16-week streak of losses. And yes, I know it's going to come to an end at some point, and obviously the weight's going to have to stop sooner or later, isn't it? But so far, these things have kept me on track, and it can keep you on track as well. I mean, what have you got to lose? Just give it a go and let me know in the comments how you're getting on, because it's kept me on track so far, so why not you? Okay, I want to make a wee mention to the wee Facebook group that I set up as well. It's I'm going to put a wee picture up above. It's Mounjaro Milestones and Motivation, and there's quite a few people on there talking about their weight, talking about their struggles. Let's just go on and support each other. As I put a link in the description as well, but get you through the tough weeks. So just come in, join us. You don't have to talk, you can just read what's on the group. But all nice people, and let's just support each other, because at the end of the day, that's why we're all here. This is why I make the videos. I don't get money for doing these videos. You know, I'm here to just help you and basically pass on my experience from what I've found out during Mounjaro. So let's lift each other up and let's all get to goal. I'd love to see you over there, so give it a try and see what you think. Okie doke, so moving on. Last weekend, I did a collab with 3 of my other YouTubers. So I'll post a wee photograph of it in the corner, and I'll put their channels in my description, and also the video's already live. So if you go into my playlist, you'll see it. It's basically us talking about our life stories, how we've found Mounjaro, side effects. It's just honest experiences. It's Del, Jussie, and Joe, all really nice folk. They've all got their own channels. They're all doing amazing stuff about Mounjaro on their channels, and they're all losing weight. So we must all be doing something right. But you do meet a lot of people on this YouTube malarkey, and it's just so nice to bump into other people that are on the same journey as you, in the same mindset. We've got a wee WhatsApp group set up, and we're thinking about doing a wee live in the next few weeks. So if you fancy seeing that, let me know in the comments and we'll definitely set it up. But that way we can answer actually some of your questions live. It'll be quite fun. I've not done a live before, so I'm quite looking forward to doing that. But check out my playlist for the video, and hopefully you enjoy it. If we do go live, I will let you know the date and time in advance. All right? So my next question is to the viewers. So I want to know what your biggest struggle has been on Mounjaro so far, and how did you get through it? All right? So if you do have a struggle, how did you fix it? Let me know in the comments. Reach out if you are struggling and you do need some help. I'll try and help the best I can. Join the Facebook group, as I said, and I answer all questions. I answer all comments. And yeah, I'm just really engaged with everybody on my channel. So I'm hoping to keep it on a upward trajectory. I've made 500 subscribers, which is great. So the next one is 1,000. It's a long way away, I know. But if you could just give me a wee like and a subscribe, and maybe hit that bell icon so you're knowing that the next video is coming out and you're going to be alerted to it. It's just really inspiring seeing everybody on their Mounjaro journey, and I just really enjoy doing this. it is sometimes hard work. You've got a lot of editing to do, a lot of videoing to do, but I'm really enjoying it, and it's great meeting all the different people along the way. So let's just all share what we can and best practices, all the tips of the day, and yeah, just really enjoying it. So let's just keep it going. Every sub helps. So yeah, okay, let's do this week's weigh-in. So as I said, 16 weeks in a row I've lost. I've not had any stalls, no gains. Can I continue this week for a 17th week? Hell yeah, I can. And Dabby Dozy. Another pound and a quarter off. I'm just going to call it a pound this week, right? Not starting doing quarter pounds, but my BMI is obviously still 24 point something. I mean, it's just mind blowing, isn't it, that you can lose 17 weeks in a row. Mounjaro definitely is a game changer. So that's me down to 11 stone, 11 and a half pounds. It's crazy, isn't it? But you too can lose in a streak as well if you just keep motivated and keep logging all your foods. So let's do a quick recap. I'm on 5 milligrams now. It's going well so far. I'm still getting some side effects, but they're all manageable. You know, none of them are basically game stoppers where I'm going to want to come off the drug. I'm going to stay on it. You know, Pepto-Bismol is my best friend at the moment for those sulfur burps, but they're not too bad. I've officially hit over 2.5 stone. It's all gone. I feel so much more confident. I've had to buy a brand new wardrobe practically. I feel slimmer. Everything just fits better. I'm feeling bones. I've got a hip bone. I've got ribs. I've even got a collarbone now. And I just lie at night and just poke my bones thinking I never had them before because they were covered in so much fat. So yeah, so it's just really inspiring. Just this journey. I just kind of get used to losing all this weight. It's so great. And thanks to everybody for coming along on my journey with me. I really do appreciate it. And you know, let's just keep the momentum going. Everybody out there is going to have slow weeks. Folk are going to have setbacks, but you know, if you do stick with it, you will lose weight. If you just need to stick with it, please do. Okay, so let's just round off this week by saying what's going to happen next week. And next week, I'm going to take a different take on a video next week. I'm going to talk about body image changing on Mounjaro. So my body has changed quite a bit. You know, I've obviously lost a lot of weight, but there's saggy bits, as we all get. You know, there's bingo wings. But my brain doesn't really catch up with how my body looks. I'll share how I'm managing mentally. You know, my confidence has really increased on Mounjaro. I love wearing thinner clothes and people, you know, commenting on how good I'm looking. But, you know, there are still things I'm struggling with mentally. So, you know, have you ever looked in the mirror and, you know, thought, you know, who's that staring back at me? And don't miss out on next week's video because it's going to be really interesting. I may also have a wee surprise in store next video. I'm not going to say what it is, but if you stay tuned for that, you'll find out what it is. Until then, be good, stay on track, stay focused, and I'll catch you all in the next video. I'm logging off for now. Bye.